And welcome back to the Bucket Boys podcast. I'm your host, Zak Rector. Here with me, as always, is...
Is that for me to come in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure was.
Did you fuck it up?
It sure was your cue to come in.
Hi.
Here with me, as always, is your host, Gunnar Cain. With us today, Steve Stark. He's in the band Slipknot.
Yep.
I'm not good at
You're
this.
crushing it, buddy. Keep going.
If you want to email us your topics, send them into thebucketboyspod@gmail.com. Make sure to check us out on TikTok at the Bucket Boys Pod. YouTube and Instagram, you can always find us at the Bucket Boys Podcast. And please send in your topics and your ideas. DM us if you want to. Gunnar likes the tasty nude, so if you want to send it to him, send it, because he's the one that's checking them out.
Dudes only, by the way.
Dudes only, always. Ladies, stay out of our DMs.
Take it.
Here we are again for another rousing episode of the Bucket Boys podcast. And all I have to know is what's going on in your life, dude?
Everybody give it up for Zach. All right, just me. That's fine. You killed the intro, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Trying to give Zach some more responsibility.
He tries every week. I let him down every week.
Ooh, getting spicy already.
No, I fail constantly. Sorry.
What was I going to say? I was going to talk about something this week, and then I totally forgot. Somebody else go.
Steve, what do you got going on?
I've been watching you practice that intro that you just screwed up really
That was
badly.
pretty good.
Yeah.
All week?
All week. He needed an audience.
I was hoping nobody would know
I
about
was
that.
giving him pointers.
How did it go?
Not good.
Not good?
Not good.
Okay. Well, we're here, you know? What are we going to do?
Use CGI next time or something.
Let Gunnar do it? Yeah. I think that's probably the best idea.
You can just see, boop, and welcome to I don't know. I think we left the door open in the studio. There's a riff
I think
raff's
so,
coming
too.
in.
Very open.
It does sound like the riffraff's coming in.
Yeah, dude. All the street leeches,
The street youths.
the street youths wandering in off the streets with their youth and. Sure, I'm very distracted today.
It's okay. It's all right.
I'm very distracted. We fucking had such a good time finding out how garbage you were with Steven. We asked him back. Thank you, Steven.
Yeah, thanks for coming back,
Hey,
dude.
thanks for having me.
Thanks
back.
for bringing this giant slinky.
It's my gift to you.
How'd you know it was all of his favorite colors?
Matches his keys he's been walking around with for a week.
Cheers.
No, yeah, it was fun finding out how trash Zach was.
Zach's garbage.
And
Totally.
after the pod, me and Gunnar were talking about, we were like surprised a little bit, and then we got to thinking about it, and it made exact perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know why you were surprised.
You did vote for yourself.
Yeah.
You were like, no, I think I'm the trashiest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
we're
told
like,
you guys.
there's no way.
Hey, man.
There's no way the guy with the cool cut. Actually, now that, if you do break it down out loud, you're like, yeah, the guy who puts all the money into his car,
Spikes the front of his hair.
spikes in front of his hair, wears his hat
There's several more examples. I don't know why we're slowing down.
Fred Durst with diabetes.
Diabetic Fred Durst is a funnier tag, but
Packing zins in the middle of a show. Looking for sponsors.
I tried to tell you guys.
Email.
And you guys were like, whoa.
We're looking for sponsors.
Yeah.
For the podcast or for Zach's 12-step program?
I like this guy.
I like this guy. Preferably for the podcast, I would assume, right?
I don't know. It depends on how you want your life to go in the next 10 to 15 years.
I'm fine with whatever.
Either way, I'm good.
If money's coming in, I'm happy.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I really have. I've been doing nothing. I've got nothing this week.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, I thought
You
I
got
did.
nothing.
In the middle of the show, something will dawn on me, and we'll just go right back to the beginning. I'm like, wait, I got something to talk about. No.
Well, I got
Bucket.
something. I got something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, car season's getting ready to start up.
Awesome. I can't wait.
I know you guys are super stoked about it.
How awesome is this?
And if you're looking to come hang out with the Head Turners Car Club,
Just do anything other than listen to this.
I don't know why I put up with this. I'm paying all this money for this studio space.
Price before guys. Huh?
You charged me $50 to be on this episode, you asshole.
No, but we got a meet coming up in, I think it's a week actually. So it will have happened already by the time this comes out. So sorry, I regret even bringing it up. But look out for the Northern Virginia Head Turners. We got
Shout out to him.
meets posted every week. If you want to come out and you guys are so gross. You guys are such perverts.
You're posting your meat every week, dude.
It's illegal, dude.
Dude. Yeah, check out Nova Head Turners on OnlyFans.
Look, I'm gonna need
Meat posted every week.
I'm gonna need every one of my Nova Head Turners family to jump in, and
They're all gonna write in and be like, "That's actually
They're all
fucking
gonna
hilarious."
quit the club after they see how you act on here.
They'll be like, "We
part
got
of
this
this
guy
shit."
representing us."
I'm gonna need you guys to shut this shit down, please. I'm getting no respect around here.
Oh man.
Anyway, we have car meets coming up every weekend pretty much through the whole summer. So if you guys want to come out and see some cool cars, if you want to join up, look us up on Instagram, Nova Head Turners. Get in there. Let's do it. That's pretty much it.
All right.
We saw. I forgot.
I don't need both of you like strong-necked back at me.
I was driving in Charlottesville. I saw this like pink decked out car, right? And it said something on there. It was like they had the Instagram handle on there, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what the Instagram handle on was, but I would never shout this out. So we rolled down the window and was like, "Hey, what's this all about?" And there was this girl, and she was like, "Oh, that's my car page, right?" And we're like, "Oh, dope." And she's like, peeled off, whatever. And we looked it up, and she had 2 followers. And I wanted to know.
Were you jealous?
Yeah, it was more than I got. And I wanted to know how many followers you have until you're allowed to call it a car page, because 2 didn't feel right.
No, that makes sense. I
wouldn't
don't know.
put it on my car if I only had 2 followers.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got to start somewhere.
I don't know what the answer is. There's also this weird thing in the car world where people will like keep their follows low and their followers even lower, and they'll post nothing. And it's like they just want to be completely anonymous, but also you're driving around with your name on your car.
So
What are
they
you
just
doing?
delete followers?
Well, they don't have to accept the followers. If the page is private,
Oh, they make it private.
yeah.
It makes no sense.
I couldn't agree more.
Like,
I don't
follow my
understand.
page, and then when they try to, it's like,
You're like,
Yeah,
fuck
no,
you.
I'm
outta here.
like on mine, I want as many people as possible to follow
Do you?
me. Yeah, please. Like when I see somebody looking at my car, I'm like, "Hey, look at my Instagram. It's on my window."
Yeah, but she was like, "Oh yeah, that's my car page," and it was like, all right.
Car page with 2 followers is
It was
crazy.
2 followers, 1 picture. This bright ass pink. You know who you are. I know you're listening because I got the Bucket Boys.
Hell yeah.
I got at the Bucket Boys podcast on the side of my car.
I was actually
you
thinking
looked
about,
hers up, were like 2 followers. She looked yours up, was like 7. Man, this guy's doing it.
I was actually thinking about putting a Bucket Boy sticker on the Durango.
That'd be super
sick.
helpful. I'm not going to do that to my car only because I don't also have stickers on my car.
Yeah, you're a no stickers kind of
I'm
guy.
a no stickers kind of guy in my car. Also, I go places where that wouldn't be acceptable.
Yeah,
They'd be like, That's
It's acceptable.
Why are you
everywhere.
handing them off to him? Because you did this last time he was here.
Yeah,
You keep handing them off to him to keep your numbers
he
low.
didn't take one
Well,
shot.
first of all, I drank that before we even started.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
He didn't take one shot the entire episode.
I know.
This one's
So-
going in.
All right.
All right.
Let's see it.
The light's right in the way. I'm just making excuses. Okay. So
I told you it happens.
that counts for something.
No,
No, it doesn't.
We decided it doesn't.
Yeah, we can bank off of it. And
Can I see your phone? We got to take a picture of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Can we do it? Yeah, no, we'll do it right now.
We got to do it right now.
yeah, because it's gonna get hit.
It's going to get hit. Get up in there. Get
I'm
up in
getting
there.
in them guts.
Show your impressive zoom.
Yeah.
I'll tell that story about yesterday.
Can't-
So
can't
Zach's trying to
receive a phone
show
call,
off
but-
like how cool his zoom is on his phone.
Yeah,
we're
because
at
he
a,
knows he should switch
Yeah.
to an iPhone. That's
we're
why.
at a brewery, and I walk behind him, and I'm like, "What is he doing on his phone?" And he just super creeper style, like zoomed in on this chick's face from a mile away,
That's true. I did that.
and everybody walking by him is just like, "What?"
Dude, I'm gonna be liable for something because of you.
Not at all.
So he asked me if I could do it.
Hey, that was pretty awesome.
He asked me if I could do it with my phone, and so I took this picture and said, "Give me $100, and I won't go show this to this girl right
You
now."
gotta
Hey, send that to me.
post that up.
Yeah.
Send that to me so I can put it on the thing. Hell yeah.
To be fair, I don't think she's identifiable enough from that we can put it up. Like,
You can
It
blur her
feels-
face out.
Yeah, we'll blur it up.
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll get a little blur action going on there.
yeah.
It's gonna be on his face.
But before I took a picture of that woman's face, that poor strange lady's face, I was taking pictures like across the valley of this car. Mm-hmm. And Steve was like, "Yeah, dude, that's super fucking cool." I was like, "Yeah, but
Not
like,
what I said. dude.
look at how close I can get on this lady's face." And she was right.
Was it
down
more
there.
of like, oh yeah, that's super cool?
No, I don't think he even cared. And I was just like, "Hold on, check it out. See, look what I can do." Man.
Now all my calls drop and I can't accept
send an
messages
emoji.
on my own Wi-Fi. But yeah, dude, the Android emojis are the worst.
But cool zoom, dude.
Yeah. Do you guys ever think that maybe I don't answer your calls on purpose?
No,
He's got perfect service every time.
because they go straight to voicemail.
Yeah. You ever think that's
We're blocked.
intentional? I have the ability to send you straight to voicemail.
No, it would ring first.
No, it
We
wouldn't.
got bad
Get
service.
something.
He's got us blocked, and like every few days, he's like, "I've forgiven them," and then we call, and he goes, "That was a mistake."
You just fucked up. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Car club.
clubs.
Yeah, your car club. Meet
Yeah,
posts.
we got events coming up like crazy. So if anybody
How long
wants
is
to
the
come
car
out,
season?
we usually go like April to October, like shortly after Halloween.
Uh-huh.
We shut it down.
Cool.
So we got several months coming up. So if you guys want to come out and see
you
some
guys growing
sick
a lot?
ass cars, yeah,
Got a lot of people in there.
yeah, we got like 40 members right now. Always looking for more. If you got a good looking car, just hit us up.
You got like a family sedan
Category.
category.
Yeah, if it's you need at least 3 mods, and a dash
Yeah.
cam doesn't count.
I got a plug-in dash cam.
Got this cigarette adapter CD player.
I put a cabin air filter in the other day.
You've had the car 18 minutes. What are
I
you
know
doing
it's actually
changing
been in the
filters
shop
already?
more times than I've driven it at this point.
I actually just changed the oil in my Durango for the first time.
By yourself?
Yeah,
The first time ever?
yeah, because when I bought it, I got 10 free oil changes, and
And God forbid you're going to go pay the dealer for that.
well, the dealer gave them to me for free.
Yeah, no. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm saying then you're changing your own oil now.
Yeah.
Because God forbid you pay the dealer to do that.
So unfortunately, the truck's going to blow up next week.
Oh,
Well, what?
go ahead.
No. What's funny is I took it in for the last time, and I was like, I'm here for an oil change. Also, it's going to be a little funny. It needs different oil, different filter, because I put a different motor in it. And they were like, you've had it 15 minutes. What are you doing? I was like, yeah, I sorry. I don't know what to tell you. They were like, all right, well, you have one more oil change, so we'll give it to you. And then when I went to buy the oil and the filter to do it myself, he was like, all right, what's the year and the model? I was like, okay, well, this is going to be a little funny because I put a different motor in it. So I had to check like 2 years prior and 2 years after what my year was to make sure I was getting the right oil. But I also didn't realize you can just take the oil cap off and it tells you right there what oil you need.
That is true.
Yeah. But yeah, I changed the oil.
Your gas cap tells you what kind of gas you can put in there too.
Does it? Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have a gas cap.
Okay.
Cuts weight.
Yeah.
You can't do the sick takeoffs, dude, with the gas cap on your car.
Race car stuff.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to do a full fuel system. Whatever. Nobody cares. Go ahead.
We all care. It's funny, every time I see a Durango, no matter like if it's cool or just a regular mom soccer truck, I text
Which they all are.
I text it straight to him. I'm like, yo, you know this guy?
He does all the
Now
time.
he's just like tired of getting these.
Every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, yeah. No, she's Maryland Head Turners. I know that girl. She's cool. It's rare.
Hell
but it
yeah,
happens.
dude.
Anyway.
One time I changed. Remember that old Jeep I used to have?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I lost that Jeep, was change my own oil.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What
Yeah,
happened?
I was in a rush.
He
dude.
thought he knew how to change oil.
Actually, it was like the 100th time I changed the oil in it, and I just was in a rush. And sometimes your oil filter gets stuck. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is that noise?
I wouldn't worry about
Sounds like his car when he's doing the airbags.
it. It is an air compressor.
Why you got an air compressor going off right now in the middle of a shower?
I forgot.
That was a bag. It's bagged.
That's what powers this whole podcast.
This whole podcast is bagged. No, but I was in a rush, and sometimes like your oil filter gets stuck, and so I had to. It was so stuck on there, I had to puncture it to twist it off with a screwdriver, and then oil was everywhere. I couldn't tell. I didn't know the gasket didn't got stuck to the engine block, and then so when I put the new one on there, it doubled
The gasket
up,
was still there.
and so just oil was pouring out, and I made it like 8 miles, and I burned a hole through the entire engine block.
Because there was no oil left.
Yeah, dude, it was
Ugh,
hot.
that sucks.
Yep, that's how I lost that Jeep. That was a nice Jeep. It's funny though, every time I see a Jeep, like a green, like 90s Jeep, I'm like, is that my car? Did somebody put a new engine in that thing?
You know what's funny? I have a similar story. So I was changing the brakes on my first Durango. I had a 2000. And I was changing the brakes on it, and my friend Ryan came over. He was like, you need anything on my way? I said, yeah, grab a 12-pack. And we started drinking, and he started helping me put everything back together.
I'm not sure. Did it just get like
It got super dark.
mood lighting in here?
I like it.
All right.
It happened, didn't it?
Yeah. Either that or I'm having a stroke.
Am I going for sure blind right now? Are you fucking with the lights on your phone right now?
No, my phone's in my pocket.
What the hell is going on in here?
I think-
there's this air compressors, the lights fucked up. Jesus Christ, shut it
Gaslighting
down.
you
Got
guys.
the trash man over here.
So anyway, he came over, we drank some beer, and we finished up the brake job. But when I put the wheels back on,
Uh-huh.
I didn't torque all the lug nuts down
Sure.
on the driver's side front. So we were like, all right, brakes are done. Let's run into town, go find some girls.
I thought you were getting a six-pack. No,
No, we were going to the bar.
I missed this part of the story because of the lights.
Oh, no.
So you already got the six-pack.
He's
Yeah,
never
he
had a
brought
six-pack.
He brought. No, he brought beer to the house, and we finished the brake job.
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot to torque the lugs on the driver's side front tire. So when we left, I was like, something's making a weird noise. It's probably fine. Let's just keep going. And then we cut into the gas station parking lot, and my left front tire just came off.
Fell right off.
It just fell off. And there was like this creek behind the gas station, and the tire just like fell into it.
Oh, man.
So I had to like go down waist deep to get this tire out because I had 33s on that. So they were heavy as hell. And to like roll it up this dumb hill.
Was Ryan in the car with you?
Yeah.
What was his reaction to that? Because he's just like such a... Well, there goes that.
He literally just went, because he had a beer in his hand. So we had to jack the car. It was in the middle of the parking lot. And they were like, hey, you got to get this thing out of here. I was like, yeah, I would love to. That'd be super sweet if I could do that. And it fucked the whole fender up and everything.
I'm sure.
We put that truck through a lot of hell.
Yeah.
A lot of hell.
Well, you're also a guy who's gone through like a complete 180 with vehicles.
Yeah.
From Mustangs to big trucks.
Yeah, I just got tired of it. I got tired of blowing them up all the time.
Yeah, you were. You were blowing them up all the time.
Yeah, because he wasn't changing oil.
Oil?
Like 50,000 miles, right?
Yeah. We were rushing through oil changes, and he was like, why are you wasting your time with that?
Change the oil. I'm over here driving mine, you nerd.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, if you never change it, you never blow a hole through the engine.
You know, the last one I had, I was actually just started dating Ashley, and we were probably sitting on about 30,000 miles since an oil change. And
God damn, dude.
that's a joke. And
I feel like that's
I was just
very
trying
true.
to show off because we like just started dating, and she's like, "Get on this light real hard, floor it." I was like, "Nah, I don't do all that. I'm a cool guy. I don't
do
show off too much.
I don't floor it
And
out.
I did it anyway, and just instantly the motor just blew up.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
Yeah.
We just went right across the street and bought a Dodge Ram pickup truck.
Privilege.
Wonderful whites of West Virginia.
That's right, baby. Cheers to that.
Cheers, buddy. Hey. All right. We got to get in the bucket.
I don't like what just happened. No, that's fine.
I missed it, but I'm going to watch it back. Don't even tell me. I'm going to watch it back, and I can't wait to see what happened. I'm never going to watch it. What happened?
I'll tell you what. You'll see my feelings get hurt real fast. Anyway.
Yep.
Fuck this guy.
What is it? Oh, so Steven, you should know that all these are Steven specific topics. I know the last time you were here, we tricked you. No, they're not. So these are just like general topics. So this is a fake renovation show. Do you think renovation shows are fake?
I think they're all fake.
I think they're all fake. You know what I just found out the other day? You know, House Hunters?
Yeah.
They've already bought the house.
Yeah.
Before that show starts.
Oh, for real?
Do you know how much of a heartbreaker that was? I love that show. I'm like, which one are they going to pick? They've already picked it.
What
What are we doing?
Huh.
So they just go look at two other houses for no reason at all, just for the sake of a show.
Then they give him a script and be like, hey, say you didn't like
Yeah.
this, or this is why you picked this one.
Yeah, no wonder they're like, oh, he's a criminal investigator, and she picks the wings off of butterflies, and they're
beekeepers. We're budgeted $6.9 million.
yeah. They've already bought the house.
That's a lot of bees.
So the fact that they're like, I really feel like that Midwestern domestic was pretty nice, but the budget was a little high.
That was the
a little,
day they learned the phrase Midwestern domestic.
Yeah. It's all a lie. But I wonder if they're saying create a fake reality show.
We could. You know what I learned about those like house renovation shows though is that the taxes that those poor people have to fucking pay on those,
It's got to be
they're
miserable.
nuts, and a lot of times they end up out of the house.
Well, that was like Pimp My Ride.
Your insurance is now worth 1 month is worth more than your car.
Because you have an aquarium in your trunk.
Dude, you stink.
Can you smell me from
They're
there?
actually stinky.
And you're
Me
bad.
talking
And you're
about
bad at
this.
throwing beer cans.
Okay, so what would your...
You better write a miss down, dude. I'm watching
sorry.
this.
Sorry.
You're not sorry. You've been trying to cheat the whole time.
Why do you have a lot more in that column than he does?
Because he drinks one an episode.
I also make 4 out of 5 shots.
Yeah, apparently.
Roll the tape.
What other fake renovation shows were there? There's the house.
There's those brother husbands. You know what I'm talking about.
No, we don't.
Mormon house hunters.
They call themselves twins.
They call that a Midwestern domestic.
I feel like they're all fake.
Yeah.
What's
It's
that
TV.
husband and wife couple
Sure.
that they
Chip
buy
and Joanna Gaines.
Yeah. That's all fake.
They're awesome.
Yeah. They're awesome, but it's fake.
I'll allow it. They're nice.
They seem nice for sure,
Joanna Gaines, especially nice.
but I'm sure there's some underprivileged individuals that are
In
putting
Waco,
that-
Texas, absolutely.
Yeah. That are putting that property together.
And that,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah. I can't think of any other.
what would you renovate if we started a renovation show? What would we renovate?
It's a good question.
Can't be something that's already on there, dude.
Yeah. We'd have to find something different.
Yeah.
Specifically Dodge Durangos.
Let's do your podcast studio.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
Let's take your podcast
Start
studio
here.
from 0 to kind of
Hit my
okay.
podcast studio.
Do you want 18 followers? We got you.
What is crazy though is that there are like companies that go and set up podcast studios.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like big ones.
Yeah.
All right.
I hired one for this.
I was just trying to keep this going, but that's
You could have spent a little more.
I ran out of budget.
ran out of beers.
That's what it is.
Yeah. My studio guy was pretty demanding.
I felt like that was a dig at me, but
No, that wasn't me.
All right.
well, somebody pick a topic, dude, because this is getting weird.
Bad bartender.
Is there anything worse than a bad bartender?
I don't know, but I bartended a wedding once, and I had no idea what I was doing.
You
I was
bartended a wedding?
So
Just
bad at
passing
it.
out beer.
No, yeah, it was like there was they were like, "Hey, can you bartend this wedding?" And I was like, "Look, I know how to
I
do
was
2
supposed
things.
to be a guest.
I know how to do 2 things: It's Jack and Cokes, and hand you whatever beer you asked for." And they were like, "That
Make a
works."
mean Coors Light.
They were like, "That works, I guess."
How did that happen?
A buddy of mine's family member was getting married. I don't know them, and they were like, "Hey, their bartender just backed
You
out.
free
wanna
on
make some-"
Saturday?
Yeah, pretty much.
We ran out of budget. We need a guy.
Yeah, tons of it's a cash bar, so you can keep whatever. And I was like, hell yeah! And I made like $1,700 that night.
No shit.
Yeah, because they were like, well, we can't. We charge like $3, which is a shitty move at a wedding. It's,
Charging for alcohol.
drinks,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
So it was like $3 a drink and then tips. And they're like, you just keep all of it. And I was like, you sure? And you're like, it can't be that much. And I was like, okay.
That's not a bad deal.
No, it wasn't a bad deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, how was your stress level throughout the day?
It wasn't bad at all because they were like, we just have beer and then we'll do whiskey and well, it was like Jack and Coke and
the basics.
it was the basics, yeah. And there was just like I was just like pick a liquor, pick a mixer, and that's it. And that was super easy. I was like, I can do all that.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be an awesome bartender, though.
I'm good
Like
at talking.
you're super social.
Yeah, I can. The socializing part was not the hard thing.
Yeah.
And then people
I
will be
feel
like, "What are you jammed up over here?" And I'm like,
Let me
"Yeah,
tell
I'm
you,
fucking jammed up." And they're like, "Whoa, buddy, love you."
I was gonna
This
say,
guy needs a drink.
I was gonna say, I feel like the moment it would get uncomfortable is when one person comes up and they're like, "Can I get a Jack and Coke?" And you're like, "Yeah, give me a second." And somebody else comes over, they're like, "Can I get a Jack and Coke?" And you're like, "Give me a second." What do you guys think? I got 10 hands?
No, actually, because it would be like I would get stressed out doing that. But I'd be like, I swear to God, whoever buys me a Jack and Coke gets theirs made first.
He just asks everybody, "What are you tipping? What are you tipping?"
So you got the drink for free,
Uh-huh.
and you made $1,700.
Yeah, dude, it was nice.
That's a pretty sick deal.
I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 22 or something.
Do you still know these
I was
friends?
rip roaring. Mm-hmm.
Do you think one of them will get married again?
No.
You think they need a two-man bar team? Because I'd love to join you for that.
Yeah, dude, it was nice.
The Bucket Boys bar, 10 bar.
Bro, that'd be a good
That
episode.
actually it'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Just film the whole
Maybe
thing.
we'll be
Hey,
celebrity
what do you
bartenders
need?
one day.
What do you need? 2 Coors Lights? I know you said 1. Do you need 2, right? Here you go.
Yeah, I'll make whoever's drink first if they buy me a drink. And it worked every time.
I'm sure it did.
Every time they're like, "All right, I got you." I'm like, "Here you go," and then the other guy's like, "Well, are you gonna? You made 2. Why don't you just give me 1?" I'm like, "Sorry, I'm on a break."
This is a real one for me, one for you type situation. That's fun.
I'll buy you a drink if you give me
Have you ever had
$50.
a bad bartender?
No.
Kind of like the last pod we were talking about. Like, would you complain if you did? Like having bad
No.
service, would you complain about a bad bartender?
No way.
I would complain to my group.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't complain
a lot
to
of
the-
shit
I'd call him a
when they're not
manager.
around.
I'm not going to complain to the place.
Might not go back to that bar,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. The only place I can think of, like, with bad bartending is, like, when my wife's taking me to a club, like a nightclub.
no, that's your impatience. though.
Yeah.
That's not bad bartending.
It's just busy.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that I don't have cleavage hanging out. That's,
You sometimes you do. We've been meaning to talk to you.
I mean, she does hand you a V-neck to wear, and you don't do it.
she's like, if you want to drink, wear this. But yeah, those bartenders are just douches.
They're just busy.
They're busy.
Yeah, I guess
you're
they're
like,
busy.
I get better service at the Buffalo Wild Wings. Swear to God.
Yeah, I guess I haven't
You're like,
experienced
you
a bad
order one
bartender.
thing and one thing only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the
and you can't
simplest
mess
thing
that
ever.
up.
Literally just throw it at me
Yeah.
when you're close to it. I'll catch it and I'll do my own thing.
I hate the bar rule of they have to open it for you if it's a can.
Yeah.
I hate that so much because it's like, whoa, I got to go from here to there.
Especially like
I'll open it over there.
at an event
Uh-huh.
when you try to order like 3
Yeah.
or they have like a 2 minimum or 2 maximum.
Yeah.
So you'll take 2 of them and they're like, well, we got to open both of them.
I'll tell you what works is I'll give you $5 to forget,
Yeah.
and that works every time.
Yeah.
I'll give you $5 to forget to open the second one.
What is funny is when they hand it to you and they're like, can you open that before you leave?
Yeah, and I'm
What if
like,
I don't?
Well, I go. I just say it.
Got it.
Because here's the thing. I could open it and not take a sip out of it and still hit that dick on stage.
Yeah, yeah, but it's also like they're like, why? Yeah, because I've asked, and they're like, yeah, it was for throwing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm in the 400s. I don't think. Do you see my body shape? I'm not making it there, dude. I swear
Can't
to
even make it in
God.
this trash can.
Look, I host a show, and there's a trash can 8 feet away. I can't even get it into that.
Also, you just charged me $13 for this one beer. I ain't throwing it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, I know.
I'm not at the waste management open. I saw a video the other day. This dude, he was at hole 16.
Uh-huh.
And he had a cup under his open beer. And somebody hit a hole in one or something. I don't know what it was because it was focused on him. Mm-hmm. And he dropped that cup from underneath and threw the empty cup and just took a sip. That's like, I like
That's
this
a
guy's
move.
style.
Don't waste the beer, but get to enjoy the celebration.
Yeah. He spilled just a little bit. Like when he threw it, it just, and he was like, I'm hanging out. Everybody else just threw their dumb beers. He was like, what are you guys doing? You saw me throw something.
Oh, this is on topic for that. To your point. That's a throwback from another episode. Gavin's doing he's doing the scoring at the I told you I was going to interrupt this show to tell you exactly what's been going on. He just found out he's doing the scoring at the PGA championship, the senior PGA championship.
Nice.
Yeah, at Congressional. Up there in
no way.
Maryland. Yeah. So he's going to do 4 days of scoring, walking the course. Probably
Hell
do
yeah,
two groups a day. Yeah, it's going to be
Very
awesome.
nice.
He's going to be like rip rolling with all the fucking.
Are you allowed to go?
Yeah.
Nice.
I only get a grounds
You
pass.
signed him up for it. He doesn't even know he's got to do this yet.
Well, in the same way, I think like 2 days later, he found out he got into college early. So he's going to graduate with a fucking associate's degree. Nice. And I'm like, cool, buddy. Hey, I got to go shoot this podcast with my dumb friends. I think this whole like doing stand up at 1 a.m. and fucking doing this podcast, he's looking at his life going, I gotta make better choices.
I've seen my dad's friends.
He goes to school and they're like, "Isn't your dad?" No.
No, you must be thinking of a different guy.
Adopted.
My dad's name is Dave.
What are you gonna do?
All right, back to the bucket. Sorry, I've warned you guys I was going to interrupt this for no reason.
Yeah, you always do.
Okay.
Green beer. We just passed St. Pat's.
Shout out to it.
Shout out to it. Got the snakes out of Ireland.
Yeah.
And now every girl with hair is like, I need a green beer. I don't even like beer.
You like green beer? Do you do green beer?
I don't like a green beer.
Why?
Just because it's
Green.
campy.
So?
I like
You're
just
like
a,
so fucking anti-fun stuff.
He used to love green.
He used to love green beer.
I didn't.
Walking around
Yes, he did.
Tyson's Mall, he's like, "Let's go into Fridays, get a
They
green
got
beer."
green beers from Tyson's right
We
now.
sat in Fridays
No.
and drank 15 green beers.
Yeah, dude.
Here's what I
every
said.
St. Patrick's Day, you go to a Shoney's. What the fuck are you talking about?
And then we bought those really inappropriate shirts. And
Yes. Mine got thrown away, which was horse shit. I just saw it the other day. It didn't actually get thrown away. It just got hidden from me.
As it should have.
it should have. Yeah.
No, I don't like trendy shit. Trendy shit drives me nuts.
Okay.
There's the guy with the Instagram on the side of his car.
That's different. Is it not?
No.
Oh, okay.
Was that you, dude? Was that your stomach?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It happened last night. We thought someone was breaking into my house. And we were playing dominoes, and everybody at the table at the same time was like, "What the hell is that?"
I really hope the mic picked that up because that was fucking outrageous.
Well, it'll probably happen again.
I hope so. How fucking detailed is this thing? Have you seen the knuckles on it?
It's very detailed.
It's flicking you off now. Gotcha.
Idiot.
Trying to provide a nice place for a nice podcast. Nice place for friends to hang out. Just constantly open myself up to being made fun of. By who I thought was my best friend.
Just let him go. He's going to do this for a while.
Just cue like the sad music.
This is going to go black and white.
Slowly zoom in.
Narcolepsy.
I don't know.
Gross.
I don't know what I did to these people. But narcolepsy. What is it?
Narcolepsy.
Illegal and disgusting.
I don't think that's
You're thinking of
something else.
sex with grave people.
What's narcolepsy?
Narcolepsy is where you just randomly fall asleep.
Sounds fun. Never mind.
You're thinking of
with dead people.
you're combining two of the same thing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Narcolepsy. What are you randomly? What was that movie? Mallrats. You ever see Mallrats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Mr. You know who Mr. Bean is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Bean was on Mallrats. I think this.
No,
is
you're thinking of Rat Race.
Rat Race.
Yeah.
He had narcolepsy.
And he was about to open the locker and win the whole thing.
And he fell asleep.
And
Yeah. Thanks for ruining the ending. But
Is that rare? Is that
yeah, it's
common?
pretty rare.
I assume so.
Look it up.
I've met 2 people with it. Here, I'll look.
You've met people with it?
Yeah, a friend of mine, Colin, his girlfriend Shelby.
Jesus, with the names, dude.
Colin would be happy to be shouted out.
He's
Shout
probably
out.
sleeping. He's not watching this.
No. His girlfriend Shelby is definitely asleep because she has narcolepsy.
She's dead.
I thought you said that.
no.
She's dead. Which brings me back to my first point. Gross.
Disgusting and illegal.
No, Shelby has
They
narcolepsy.
both him and his girlfriend have narcolepsy.
No. I was saying my friend Colin's girlfriend has narcolepsy. And she's got a tough time being out in like social situations because she's like, I might fall asleep at any time, especially if we're out drinking.
Is it awesome?
I haven't witnessed it.
Fake.
I thought it was called alcoholism.
That's called a
I've been
blackout.
doing that for a long time.
Yeah, true. But yeah, she's like, I got to get out of here because I'm probably going to fall asleep in the next 5 minutes. It's not like I'm tired.
Like, do they feel it coming on?
I think so. Do you remember Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo?
Yeah.
And he went out on a date with a girl, and she had long hair, but she had narcolepsy. So he tied her head up to the beam,
Yeah.
and she just... Because she kept falling into her soup. So it's not like that. You don't fall asleep like immediately.
Right.
But you're just like, oh, I'm going to fall asleep in the next 5 minutes for sure. So she would just be like, I got to go sit in the car for a minute.
Did you just fall asleep?
And hopefully the car is nearby.
That's crazy, dude. All right, next topic. Are you garbage if you know somebody with narcolepsy?
Underwater aliens.
Oh, they're there.
For sure.
That's
That's
where
where
they-
they're all at. They ain't up there.
You seen this thing where there's like fucking planes flying over the ocean and shooting shit into the water? You seen this?
Yeah.
Something's coming up and they're shooting it back down. They're like, hey,
You stay down.
no.
Stay down right now.
I mean, is that what caused that submarine to implode?
No.
No, that was poor planning.
That was not hiring an engineer.
I think all of us knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, 100%.
They went down with a GameCube controller. What do you think was going to happen?
Was this an Atari joystick?
Hold on, here we go. Oh, we're all dead.
Well, that went nowhere. Do you even believe in aliens? Do you believe in aliens?
No, there's something in there.
It's in the ocean, though.
Yeah.
I think they're both, right?
I never thought about it being in the ocean until I heard you say it. And I was like, dude's on something.
Yeah, dude, they're in the
Makes
ocean.
perfect sense.
I think they're under and
I think they're
and
all.
above.
I think all ocean life might actually just be aliens.
Well, it could be. I mean, to an extent. Like, you see those little fish with the little lights on their heads? That's an alien. That's not a fish.
I know. And then we call it a lanternfish or something.
Yeah.
Weirdos. Or
What are we doing?
sunfish. Sunfish are weird as shit.
Here's the
dude.
thing. We think we have to know everything. We can just leave stuff alone.
No, we gotta know.
Why?
I want to know
For what reason?
for fun to know.
For funsies.
Yeah. For a
Here's
happy
the thing.
time.
We keep having Shark Week, and it's the same clip every time. Shark Week's been going on for, what, 15 years, 20
Yeah.
years?
It's the same shark.
It's the same
He's got
shark.
a really good
It's-
agent.
We talked about this before, where it's like they just drag a seal, a
Yeah.
fake seal behind the boat, and the great white comes out, and that's all Shark Week. That's all anybody cares about. Let's talk about some of these deep sea creatures. Let's do deep sea alien creature week.
The more stuff that comes out, I'm just like, yeah, there's definitely something was here a while ago. Like, you see that thing under the pyramids? Like, under the pyramids, there's like tunnels that go deep, 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 and then they think they're pinging on like building structure, like houses,
Like way down in
under the pyramids.
I like it.
Domino's Pizza.
Yeah.
We also just definitely found out that
That's where the Noid lives now.
the Noid. We also just found out for sure that the U.S. government killed JFK.
Ooh.
Like, that was released. That was
I thought we
proven.
were talking about aliens here.
But what else are they hiding from us?
Well, I'm saying, they told us the aliens are real.
But also, no one cares.
Nobody cares about that.
Everybody's so
crazy.
desensitized to everything. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But it's like it all started with those Easter Island heads.
When's the next pandemic coming?
Yeah.
Just let us know
That's
that.
what I want to know. Yeah. When do we got to shut back down again?
When am I going to have to buy these stupid masks again?
gotta
as long as I ain't got to wear a mask, I don't
Yeah.
give a piss about what happens.
When do I have to re-up my Zoom premium account?
I'm trying to have these sick backgrounds again.
Yeah, I'm tired of the free blur you give me. I got me a green screen. I'm trying to use it. All right, well, that was fun.
Yep.
I don't know what we talked about, but no, we're not doing that.
Come on.
No.
Go get it.
No. Nope, we're definitely not doing that.
Right.
Y'all are gonna thank me later. Cars the movie. That's much better than what I just pulled out of there. Cars the movie.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
You know what messes me up about Cars, the movie, is like,
Is that they talk and he's like, no.
no, it's
I'm
not
a car
that.
guy. I know that.
I know that's not real.
They would never allow this in my car club.
Look, I met Lightning McQueen, and
He said he puts out an all call in the Nova Head Turners group chat. Boycott this movie. It's not even
Sending
close.
emails to the producers.
no, but like
Headlights are for seeing, not eyes.
They're not real eyes.
that's what I was gonna say. We've always looked at cars like the headlights are the eyes, and they put them up in the windshield, which is just weird.
When you look through the windshield.
Yeah, you see through your windshield, dude.
Not if you're a car.
What
though.
the fuck is wrong with your body?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys are being weird.
Sounded like a gateway computer that, like turning off. Just
That's oddly specific.
That was weird.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cars movie, great movie.
It's a great movie.
it is a great movie.
Is it the best Pixar movie?
No, Toy Story.
Toy Story is.
They broke
Story's
the
pretty
mold.
good. What are the other Pixar movies?
Cars the movie.
Up's really good.
Never seen that.
Up's really good.
Is Finding Nemo? Is that Pixar?
Yeah. That's
Nemo's
really good.
Cars 2.
Cars.
Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
That was horrible. Toy
Was
Story
it?
2 is
Horrible.
terrible.
Wasn't great.
It's definitely the worst one out of all the Toy Stories.
I heard there's a new Shrek coming out.
That's DreamWorks.
Is it?
And
I don't think it matters.
we literally said best Pixar movie.
Oh, sure.
You're
That's
like-
literally what we're talking
Yeah, and you
about.
said, hey, let me offer this up.
You know what? You guys do
You
this.
guys ever seen Sandlot?
Yeah, he's like, Fight Club? Where are you going? Dude, why are you leaving the show again? The fuck is happening,
What's
dude?
going on with him lately?
I don't know. Jesus Christ. We're picking new topics. Fuck this.
Zach being a little bitch. Let's talk about it.
That's what it says right here. Our Elon.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're going
Yeah.
to love this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to save this for Zach to be here to talk about. Kendrick versus Kanye.
That's a hard one.
I'd say,
Also with that topic.
dude, I'm not. You're not allowed to talk about it right now. You can't stop thinking about it. That's a special one.
What's fitting with the Kanye?
Dude, somebody came up to me not too long ago, and they're like, "Hey, did you hear Kanye's new album?" And I was like, "What the fuck? Kanye's got a new album?" And so they're like, "Yeah, it's really good. Listen to this song." And then like the third word was Nazi, and I was like, "Dude, turn it off. I'm not. I'm good. I'm totally fine."
Yeah, I mean, current times Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we just Zach and I just talked about this a couple weeks ago. You can't beat College Dropout or
No,
Graduation.
phenomenal.
And 808s and Heartbreak was really good. Anything after that stinks.
Yeah, it just got weird.
And well, let me ask you: was this fucking what's her name's fault?
Who's watching? Kardashian.
Kardashian.
There's something with their family. They're underwater aliens.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty good take.
That's what's happening.
I thought because I came to the conclusion last time we were talking about this is O.J. Simpson is the cause of Kanye West becoming anti-Semitic.
Dude, that's a hot take.
Dude, I just think it's all O.J. Simpson's fault.
It could be.
Once the juice got loose, I'm not going to finish that.
He said
sentence.
juice. He said juice.
I'm not going to finish that. Yeah, juice. Where did he go? Is he in there
He's literally
complaining?
he's crying.
Is he complaining right now?
Well, with what was going on with the sounds that he was making, God knows what's happening.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe he did go
Just had to
somewhere
go
else.
juice.
Well, I just hear somebody go, "Why?" And I'm like, "What?"
Because they're making fun of me. That's why I left.
That's why I gotta take a shit so bad. Here's that. Would you rather sit on Trump's gold toilet or JD Vance's couch?
The gold toilet.
Yeah, gold toilet. Oh,
Hey, buddy.
here he is,
Oh.
making up for the trash.
Now I feel bad because he's going to go watch everything we just said about him.
That's true. Also, we saved a special topic for you
I like it.
because I didn't want you to miss Steven's reaction.
Let's do it.
Here we go, fellas. Are Elon Musk and Donald Trump having a love affair with each other?
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude. First of all, this is not a political show. And typically
how come I get on here and all of these questions
yeah, I
start
just
showing?
pulled 3 Trump things in a row.
Really?
Three Trump things and then Kendrick versus Kanye.
Oh, Kendrick versus Kanye. We're not even there yet.
And then he started talking about the juice.
The juice is loose.
The juice is
Once
loose.
the juice got loose,
Yeah. Kanye went nuts.
because he doesn't like juice.
Juice.
That's what I was trying to get to. And I
I
couldn't
see what
pull
you're
it
saying.
out quick enough. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to try and finish
I'm
this
sure you're
sentence.
pronouncing that. Right?
Juice. Like orange juice.
Yeah.
OJ. Orange juice. OJ.
Jews.
That's what it's sounding like. Every time you're like, they're loose.
No, I didn't say anything.
Jews are loose.
God, dude, what the fuck, dude? Okay, anyway, so I think they're fucking. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
I think
Elon and Donald Trump.
Who's top and who's bottom?
that is a tough question. Probably Elon's on top because he's got the most
No way.
stamina.
No,
There's
Trump's
no
a
way
top.
he'd allow that. Yeah.
And I'm not even saying that from a perspective of a white straight man. I'm just saying Elon looks pretty ready to bend over.
I will say it is super weird that Musk's kid rode on an airplane on Air Force One with Donald Trump and not his dad.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
You got to be some sort of fucking filthy rich to say, "Hey, President of the United States, can you babysit my kid?"
My kid hitch a ride with you.
And you got to be another sort of super filthy fucking rich for the President of the United States to agree to babysit
You also have
your
to-
kid.
You also have to care so little about what's happening in the country that you're in charge of to entertain that.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing is just a fucking joke at this
We're
point.
having a good time.
Everybody's just, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Nobody cares.
Does anybody care about ghouls?
I love a ghoul.
Do you know anything about ghouls?
What's the difference in a ghoul and a ghost?
I really don't know, but ghouls is a much funner word to say.
It's pretty good.
Is that the topic?
It just says
Ghouls.
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 Ghoul School. Remember that?
No.
You ever seen Ghoul School?
No.
I think Ghoul School was like a like a Disney Channel girls show back in
Missed
the day.
it.
Sounds like it.
Ghoul School. You can watch it. It's pretty good.
I bet it
You'd
is.
be getting into it. Yeah, ghouls. Ghouls.
I got nothing on that. I'm sorry.
Saw Skinny Sam Talent earlier today. At
We
the
did.
restaurant. He
We
said
did
ghouls.
see Skinny Sam Talent.
He's so much better at this than you are.
He backboarded the shit out of that, and I respect it.
All right, I think we got time for one more. What's one small story you can tell us so we can say, "Oh shit, you're that guy"?
So I ran over a dog in high school.
Oh my God. Okay.
The outro music plays.
We worked so hard to avoid this.
I don't know what else.
Just throw it out there.
Yeah, no, it was a tough day.
That has made you that guy since that day happened.
Yeah,
It's like anytime something close to that happens, it's
everybody that was in high school at that time, within that county, knew who the hell I was.
Yep.
Really?
I'm not super stoked about it. Yeah, it was a very ugly card on my record, I guess. But yeah, I was leaving from work one day. I'd just gotten fired from this place, and as I was pulling out, I backed out of my parking space, and the girl that had just broken my heart was pulling in with all of her girlfriends. And I was just like, oh, I hate my entire life right now.
Sure.
And I just stomped on it, roasted the tires as I was leaving, as kind of like a fuck you to her girlfriends,
job.
the place that just fired me, everything. And I'm looking in my side view mirror as this is happening. I'm like, do they even see what's happening right now? And I look up, and I just see
No way.
a dude standing right in front of me. I was like, oh, God. And I cut as hard as I could, and I hit the curb and just broke the whole front axle of the truck. And I looked in my mirror, and the guy, like, turned around and was, like, crouching down doing so. I didn't know what he was doing. I was like, okay, he's not dead at least. So I drove all the way home, just the whole front axle just broken. Got all the way home, and my mom was like, why are you freaked out? I was like, I think I hit a deer or something. I don't know what it was. Because I got out of the truck and looked around, and there was like fur up under the truck. I was like, I must have hit a deer or something, but the truck's messed up. And she was like, okay, no big deal. And then next thing I know, like 4 cop cars pulled into the driveway. And she was like, what happened? I was like, I'm telling you, Mom, I hit a deer. I don't know what it was. And they pulled me out, and they were like, tried to arrest me for, not arrest, but like attempted vehicular manslaughter. Because the dude thought I was trying to run him over. Which wasn't the case.
Imagine his point of view, though.
No, I think about it.
Jesus.
I think about it every single day of my life.
He's gonna be thinking about it the rest of the day. I'll tell you that. This is-
So the worst part was the dude was walking his dog in the parking lot. I didn't know up until this moment
It's his
that
fault.
I'd hit this dude's dog on the leash.
right.
Ran it over, dead instantly. Had no idea up until that moment that there was a dog involved at all.
Right.
And they were like, well, we think it's best that you see what you did. And they opened the back door of the truck, like the animal control truck. And this dog just squished,
Ugh.
and I was like, damn, I got to own that for the rest of my life. Yeah. But yeah, the whole town knew who the fuck I was.
Yeah. For the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
One time I climbed up on a roof and my mom called the fire department, and by the time it was at my house and I
Is this
climbed
real?
I was little. I was like 6 or 7 and I climbed up on the roof and I got stuck and scared, and then my mom called the fire department to come get me down, and then I saw the sirens or I saw the like lights, and I freaked out and climbed down. And I met the fire department at the front door.
You were like, oh, this just got real.
Yeah. And then I freaked out, and then I was like, oh, hey. And they questioned
What are you guys doing here?
They questioned my mom for a while to make sure she didn't fake call the fire department.
The fact that you got down as soon as you saw lights. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, dude. The adrenaline of being stuck on the roof was completely mitigated by the adrenaline of I have to get off this roof.
I don't want to inconvenience anybody.
Yeah. Whoa. Keep going, fellas.
How old were you at that time?
Like 6 or 7.
This was like 3 years ago.
It was last week. My mom's actually that was my wife called the fire department. I was stuck on the roof.
He was just trying to get one of those plastic hats.
Yeah, I do like fire trucks. So
You know what's funny about that is like getting stuck on heights and not realizing
It's
you're
high.
afraid of heights.
yeah.
Happens
Going up is
when you
not
don't
a problem.
expect it.
Yeah.
A friend of my grandfather's, they were replacing the roof on my grandfather's house. I was that age, like 6 or 7, so I was down at the bottom just picking stuff up as they were throwing it down. And he was up on the roof of the house, and he realized in that moment, oh, I'm terrified of heights, and couldn't get down. And they had to do the same thing, call the fire department. But he didn't react the same way you did. He was like, y'all ain't picking me up. I'm a grown man.
I'll jump off of here and
They
land
were
on
like,
the
well,
damn
how are
ground.
you going to get down? He was like, I don't know, but I ain't being picked up by another man, I'll tell you that.
Oh, dude, I got down like a pro. I got down easier than I got up. I'll tell you that.
That's hilarious.
Similar to that, I got my glasses for the first time.
Uh-huh.
And I was maybe middle school, maybe freshman year of high school. I don't remember. But we always got home before my parents did, me and my little cousin. So I was always the first one home. And it was my responsibility to unlock the door, walk in the house, get everything ready for my little cousin to get home. But I also would lose my key to the house constantly or just leave it in my bedroom. Because at that age, you're not like, you take your backpack and that's it. Like, you're not carrying anything else. So I wasn't used to like having to take keys or anything like that. So I got my glasses like that afternoon or something. I forget how it worked out, but I left my keys. But I also knew that I could climb the fence, get onto the deck, and usually slide through the back door. So I climbed all the way up, but that day the sliding glass door was locked. So there was no getting in. So I had to climb back down, jump off the top of the fence, which I had done a million times. It was a 6-foot fence, no big deal. But I had my glasses on, and my depth perception was way off.
Yeah.
Because when you first get glasses,
Yeah, you remember getting
we
your
all
first
know,
pair of glasses? Yeah, you just walk
Your
in.
depth
shit.
perception
Running
is
into
just-
walls. Yeah.
it's just gone. So I went to jump off of that fence for the first time, and I was like, oh, I got way more room before I hit the ground. But I, like, feet touched the ground, and I thought I was still 10 feet away. And I just buckled, just like hyperextended both knees and just folded over. And I basically just laid there until my mom got home. She was like, what, did you forget your keys? I was like, I think so. But yeah.
All right, we got to get out of here.
All right.
Stephen, where can they find you,
I
dude?
can't.
Don't go looking for him.
Not after this.
We get a script, Stephen, from this whole episode.
This sure ain't going to help him, I'll tell you that.
Just blur my face for this whole thing.
Put on a voice changer.
Steve Dark.
Zach, where can they find
It's
you?
like when Garth Brooks went Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines. Dude, imagine being that cool that you could just do that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna just be a whole different person.
And
Here's
they're like,
the thing.
dude, you're Garth Brooks. He's like, no, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
No. Dude, are you Garth Brooks? No.
I'm Chris Gaines.
What?
What are we doing?
Where
I'm
can
sorry?
they find you, Zach?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram.
Wow.
If you
what
want.
the fuck is going on here? You can find me, fuck these guys, at Gunnar Cain Comedy. As always, email us at thebucketboyspod@gmail.com, on TikTok at bucketboyspod, and on YouTube and Instagram at the Bucket Boys Podcast. We're fucking out of here. Bye.
Let's go smoke cigars with our pants off.
You guys do that. I'm going to cry.